All right, Tyler Perry slash Madea fans. Now, this is, if if memory serves right, this is probably like my third or fourth or even fifth Madea focused video. Ever since Tyler Perry announced he would be retiring the character in 2019, he announced this right around the time of Nobody's Fool airing in theaters last month. Now, I was actually sitting back and doing some research, because a lot of people were telling me, I feel like more people were telling me that they hate the fact that Tyler Perry is killing off Madea than people like me who are kind of relieved that he's retiring the character because, to be honest, I've lost interest in Madea a few years ago. But then another group of people, got my attention, and those are the people who were saying, well, if it wasn't for Madea, Tyler Perry wouldn't be where he is, which I do agree with. But I was just thinking, okay, well, what difference would it make if he killed off the old broad or kept her alive, in terms of movies and plays? So I was just, looking on the internet for some box office numbers, and I think it was like boxofficemojo.com, and I'll put a link to the actual website in the description below, or the top comment section. That way you can see for yourself. And I was actually taken aback by the numbers, because what I did was I decided, let's see how successful the Madea films were compared to Tyler Perry films. Now, keep in mind that when I say Tyler Perry film, I'm talking about pretty much any Tyler Perry film that Tyler Perry, pretty much did most of the work on. Like, there are a bunch of other movies he either appeared in or was one of many writers or directors. So I'm strictly looking at, like Tyler Perry focused movies based off these numbers. And I do believe, you got to look at the charts. Like, I'll put pictures on the screen, but most of these things, like, there are 3 different sections of box office worldwide, then it's adjusted by ticket price inflation and whatnot. But let me just look at the numbers here. Looking at Tyler Perry films, the least successful movie was The Single Moms Club. That got about $16 million, which we know was pretty much the movie that created the birth of If Loving You Is Wrong. Then we have the highest grossing movie, Why Did I Get Married, which brought in about 60 million. All right, now that's Tyler Perry, 60 million at the top, lowest is 16 million, 60 and 16. Now let's go over to the Madea side of things. The lowest ranking box office movie in terms of sales was Madea Boo 2, which got about $47 million. And that's about 13 million below the top Tyler Perry film, which was Why Did I Get Married? Then the top ranking Madea film is Madea Goes to Jail, which brought in around $90 million, which is insane. So I will admit that the worst Madea film did almost as well as the highest grossing Tyler Perry film. Keep in mind that, darn it, 47 million is crazy. So looking at the box office numbers alone, you would just think that any Madea film, what are we talking about? Madea's Big Happy Family, Family Reunion. There are so many films, Madea Christmas, everything like that, that fit in between 90 million and 47 million. So you're probably wondering, like, why the hell is Tyler Perry getting rid of the character? Which, again, I can definitely see why people will be saying that. But one thing to remember is the fact that Tyler Perry, his studios houses a lot of things now, a bunch of other television shows that come there to record, like Wild 'N Out, The Walking Dead, not to mention numerous other movies and whatnot that either film on the property or Tyler Perry himself has his hand in. Like, I didn't know part of Black Panther was filmed at Tyler Perry Studios. And that Star Trek movie that came out not too long ago. Basically, when I was researching these numbers, I came across a lot of things I didn't know Tyler Perry was involved in. So it's one of those things where sometimes the people behind the scenes, behind the cameras, they make more than the people who, are out in front of the cameras, who's starring in films. So it's kind of weird to say that Tyler Perry is making more money as Tyler Perry than Tyler Perry is making money as Madea, if that makes any sense. So I can definitely see why people would upfront think that killing off Madea is a bad idea. But if you, like I did, just do a little research, you realize that Tyler Perry has his hand in so many different projects now that I can see why he doesn't feel the need of Madea being around anymore. But hopefully he doesn't just kill her off. I think that would be a disservice to the character. I've said this in many other videos. It would be pretty funny if she like faked her own death for the sake of escaping the cops or something like that. She creates a new identity for herself. That kind of thing I would actually like, because I feel like it would fit the character as opposed to her just being killed off like that. So, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I mean, I was really surprised when I took some time to look up these numbers, and yeah, the numbers don't lie. But once again, I'll leave a link to Box Office Mojo, and what you'll want to do is check on the link for, you know, Madea box office and Tyler Perry box office, compare the numbers, and you'll be quite surprised there. Keep in mind, these are the box office numbers. It has nothing to do with ratings and what Rotten Tomatoes says and critics. It's just based off the money alone. So thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you hit that subscribe button, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day.